When we talk about professional development for teachers, it's actually really helpful to start taking it apart. Because as I said, I did have somebody say, yeah, our teachers don't even know how to turn on iPads. And I said, you know, I really don't think that's true. Like, really think about this. So there are a lot of these kind of myths about teachers and technology that have been around for a long time. So I started saying, and part of it is this age thing, right? Our older teachers can't use technology, or, you know, the younger teachers are coming in, you know, and it's just second nature. The whole notion of digital immigrants and digital natives is kind of a tired, you know, way of thinking about this. So what we really need to do is just take it apart in 3 buckets. First of all, as a college-educated, literate adult, you are a teacher. How do you use technology in your personal life? Do you shop online? Do you keep track of your children? Do you use Facebook? Have you, think of all the different ways that people connect together online. And likely, I bet the vast majority of teachers are actually good at that and actually have gotten better in the last couple years and using technology for themselves outside of school. So you take that apart and you go, oh, okay, so yeah, teachers actually do know how to use technology. That's number 1. Then you say, okay, as a professional educator, how to use technology? Can you, find resources for your classroom? Can you connect with someone? Do you listen to TED Talks or to any of the other kind of explanations? Do you bring in some of these things to your classroom so that your students can have access? What are all the things that you do as a professional educator? And you'll probably find that many teachers, if not all, have something that they do for themselves as a professional that furthers their professional life. So then the third one is what I actually picture you guys kind of thinking about. And that is, so if we can set aside those 2 things and say, so now, as professional educators, we have the opportunity to completely rethink the kinds of interactions we have with our students. What are the assignments? They aren't read pages 1 through 10 and answer these questions, because that's just dumb. So what are the new assignments? What are the challenge projects? What are the kinds of relevant, real things that you can begin engaging your students with? I was sitting by a teacher from DC over here. Tell me your first name again. Peter. I was sitting by Peter, and he said, he teaches Washington, D.C. history. So he said he has his students lead the field trips around D.C., and they come up with all sorts of really interesting places to take the class on these field trips. Great idea. The point is, teachers don't have to do all the work, because as soon as students have resources in their hands as learners, and you can begin to engage them differently, teachers don't have to do all the work. It's really an interesting shift. Students can find the resources, they can do the research, they can do design work, if we can figure out how to get them engaged in that. So that third bucket is completely worthy of professional development dollars, of professional development time. How do we rethink the kinds of things we're doing with students to better engage them, create more relevance, and new designs of better learning environments?